Hi, this is Kate, this is my channel, and this is my TBR for the 2017 Booktubeathon. I wasn't really sure if I was going to do this. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do this, but I've decided that it's better to have a TBR and not finish it than not have a TBR at all and sort of think, oh, I wish I'd done that. Uni goes back the day after the Booktubeathon finishes, so I think this will be a great last push to get some more reading in before uni goes back. I'm not expecting to finish the Booktubeathon reading challenges. I'm hoping to, but I'm not expecting it. And I've sort of chosen some books that are quite short and some books that are a bit longer, so I can sort of jazz it up a bit. And I'm not just reading graphic novels and short stories for the whole time. So with the 7 challenges, I've got a couple of books that will do well for a couple of the challenges, but I've tried to assign things for each challenge. So the first book that I've got here is going to be for the book read entirely in one day, and that is The Sea Raiders by H.G. Wells. It's one of these tiny little penguin classics, little black books. I think there's like 3 or 4 short stories in there. I bought this ages ago on a whim, and I haven't read it yet. I actually bought it last year, and one of my reading goals for this year was I made a list of every book on my bookshelf on the 1st of January, and I told myself by the 31st of December, all of those books will be gone. So rather than trying to get my TBR shelf down to 0, I'm just trying to not have anything on there for more than a year. So that's one of those books. I've got a couple of those books actually on this list. So Sea Raiders, and it just says spellbinding short stories of man-eating squid, magicians, and monstrous machines from the father of science fiction. I'm not sure that H.G. Wells is actually the father of science fiction, but they're quite old, and just a couple of short stories. So that's that one, book read in a day. My next book is for Hyped Book, and I actually got it yesterday because it was my birthday, and my friend and flatmate bought it for me, and that is A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. So this is quite hyped. I really enjoyed the first one. This one was nominated for, has been nominated for a Hugo, and I did want to read all of the Hugo nominated books before the announcement. I wasn't registered to vote, so I didn't have that deadline, but I wanted to make sure that I can have a legit opinion on the books that do actually win. So this is my last one other than the Xixin Lu Dark Forest book, because I'm not going to read that because I tried the first book in that series and I hated it. So I'm not reading that one. I'm just going to read this one, and then I read all the novels, which was also one of my goals. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I think because I am so excited, I can actually get through that quite quickly this week, I hope. But that is my hyped book. My next book is another one that was on my bookshelf on the 1st of January, and it is going to be for the challenge, read a book about someone not like you, or a character unlike you, or whatever the exact wording of that is. And that is Gifts by Ursula Le Guin. This is set on like sort of like villages in like a I don't know what you would call that, grasslands kind of plain setting, and the 2 main characters are described as running half wild across the uplands. The people of the domains are like their land, harsh and fierce and prideful, ever at war with their neighbours, raiding cattle, capturing serfs, enlarging their holdings, which is not like me at all. Also, they have magic, which I also don't have. This is, so a book that was on my shelf for the 1st of January. The text, though, is quite spaced out and large, and it's only like 250 pages or something. So I think I will be able to get through that quite quickly, although it is a Le Guin book, so maybe it'll be more challenging than I'm anticipating. We shall see. My next book is for a book read completely outside, and it's another short one, and that is The Travelling Tide by Rosaleen Love. This is an Aqueduct Press book, and I bought this at Continuum in Melbourne in the first weekend of June, and it's just a collection of short stories. And it does say Rosaleen Love is an Australian writer who enjoys playing with wild ideas from both science and feminism. She has a special love for the sea and its stories, and a soft spot for tales about impossibly large sea monsters with political ambitions, which just sounds really fun. Where I work is actually kind of on the water, So I thought maybe it would be nice to take this book outside on my lunch break and read by the water. And if I don't finish it on my lunch breaks during the week, it's quite short, so maybe I will. Where I like to read on the weekends is also by the water. So that works out quite well. And I really love reading outside. It's still winter here, so it can be quite cool, but in the sun it's lovely. And I've checked the forecast, and next weekend is supposed to be quite sunny and lovely. So hopefully I will actually be able to read outside. I often read outside. It's one of my favourite places to read, so that shouldn't be too bad. So that's The Travelling Tide by Rosaleen Love. The next book that I've chosen to read, the next challenge is book with a person on the cover. So this one has two people on the cover, and that is Barrayar by Lois, McMaster, Bujold. I think this is the second book chronologically in the Miles Booktubeathon saga, and this is still about Cordelia, Miles' mother. I really, really enjoyed the first one, which was called Shards of Honor. And I've also read two of the kind of off to the side, kind of standalone companion novels, Ethan of Athos and Falling Free. And I've been able to read those books really quickly. So I'm hoping that even though this is my largest book for this readathon, I'm hoping that I will also be able to get this quickly. This was also one of the books that was on my shelf on the 1st of January, so that should knock off that challenge as well. I'm really looking forward to these. I've found them really fun, and people I really respect love them. So that's Barrayar by Lois, McMaster, Bujold. My last two books are graphic novels, because you've got to put some graphic novels in today to get your numbers up. So this one is for the book you bought for the cover. I don't often do cover buys. I usually have other things that I'm buying books for, usually because I've heard of them and I've heard good things, or because I love the author. But I've been trying to get into graphic novels. I'm still not entirely comfortable in finding my own graphic novels, so I've been trying out a few different ways, mostly through recommendation again, and graphic novels with themes that I really like. But this one is this is probably the only graphic novel that I've bought based on the cover alone, knowing absolutely nothing else about it, and that is From Under Mountains by Gibson. I don't know, just says their surnames, Gibson, Leung, and Churchland. And I bought this because I found the front cover image incredibly striking. I haven't heard anything about it, but it seems cool. I sort of had a flick through at the art, and I really do like the look of the art. And there is very little text. It's mostly art. So this will be a really quick read. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know what I'm going to think. As I said, I haven't heard anything about it, but we shall see. And my last graphic novel is just for the Read 7 Books challenge. It's to get my numbers up to 7, and that is Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death by Amy Chu, Klein Man, and Seth Man. I've been reading the Birds of Prey graphic novel series, and Poison Ivy is actually my favourite character in that series. I find her the most compelling, and apparently this is her only appearance in a solo title, and it's like a one-off kind of thing. It's not part of a series, it's just a single book, and apparently it's the only one she's ever been in by herself, which I found really weird because she's cool. And I remember there was that terrible Batman and Robin movie that she was in, and I think I saw that when I was about 8, and it majorly imprinted on me as this really cool person. Plus my middle name is Ivy, so there was a character who had my name, kind of. But I'm really looking forward to reading this, and that's just to get my numbers up. So that is my TBR for the 2017 Booktubeathon. Again, not expecting to get to the end of it, but if I give it a go, that should be a significant chunk off. Actually, it's not a significant chunk off my TBR, but it's a little bit off my TBR. So there we go. and I will let you know at the end of July how I went. Don't hold your breath because I'm not. Okay.